Good morning, fellow viewers. It has been long. I hope you are doing fine. And of course, we are moving and we are growing. At this point in time, thank you so much. Just a request, and I just want to, because we are towards the exam. Of course, we have done this question to do with the series and sequences. Specifically, we are talking about GP, geometric progression, paper 2. So, this is one of the questions which came. Here we go. They are telling us that in a geometric progression, the third term is 16 and the fifth term is 4. So you can see that these terms, there is a term which is not there in between. So how do we answer this question? Today we are going just to employ Saube method. I want us to see what is happening. They are saying this is my GP. The first term, there is the second term, there is a third term, there is a fourth term, there is a fifth term. Now they are telling me that this one, the third term is 16, while this one, it is 4. So they are telling me that angel, I should find number one, the first term, which is here, which is A. B, I don't know, and this is my C, which is just there. So now this is how we do it. Remember, the common ratio is equal to, in this case, we are saying the common ratio is equal to, you agree with me that it is the fourth term over the third term. Or it is the same as just saying the fifth term over the fourth term. Why have I used the fourth term? Because I want to find what is in between. Why have I gone for the third term? Because I've been given. So here it is C over 16 is the same as 4 over C. When you cross multiply, you are going to have a situation like C squared is equal to 64. You agree with me that when you introduce the square root, you agree with me that this C is equal to 8. The square root of this one is 8. Where is it coming from? From the ratios. Now, if it is 8, it means here there is 8. Therefore, it is very easy to find the common ratio. What is the common ratio? It is 8. Because the common ratio, as I said, is the fourth term over the third term. The fourth term in this case is, we are talking about 8 over 16. So 8 there is equal to 1. 8 there is equal to 2. So ladies and gentlemen, my common ratio, I've found it. So now what am I looking for? I'm looking for this A. I'm looking at A. So now I want us to listen very carefully. My method is very simple. What we'll do is this. How were they getting this one? It means for them to get 8, for them to get, for example, the fourth term, how were they getting the fourth term? They were multiplying the third term multiplied by the common ratio. So this is what you should understand. The third term divided times the common ratio, get the fourth term, meaning that for them to get this 8, the third term was 16 times my common ratio, which is equal to what? 8. So this is the 8. How did they get the fifth term? For me to get the fifth term, we are just saying that the fourth term should multiply by the common ratio. So my fifth term, ladies and gentlemen, fellow viewers, what is my fourth term? It is 8 times the common ratio, which is equal to 4. This is how they were getting these numbers. So we can see that it is the fifth term times the fourth term times common ratio, like that. So now, because we want to find the one which is behind, what is our common ratio? The cameraman, please come near so that we see what is happening. Our common ratio is equal to 1 over 2. So what is the opposite? Because now I'll be going to the opposite. So now we are saying, okay, what will happen is I'm going to the opposite. So it will be, I'm saying I'm going to the negative part. I'm going to the negative because I want to find the first term. Mind you, I'm going backwards. Since I'm going backwards, I will say, okay, this is as good as it. I'm just also doing 2 over 1. The reciprocal is 2 over 1. So I should multiply every number by 2. So in this case, we are saying, okay, how did I get the second term? Second term, remember, it is now the opposite because I'm going backwards. The opposite of the third term multiplied by 2. So meaning that my third term, my second term, it will be, what is my third term? You agree with me it is 16 times 2. So you agree with me that the answer is 32. How do I get the first term? It is this 32 because we have already said the second term in short, second term times the reciprocal of this common ratio, which I found, which is a 2. You agree with me that this is 32 times 2. So my first term is 64. So this is my first term and my A is 64. So ladies and gentlemen, my A is equal to 64. So what was I saying? Well, I'm saying when we are given such whereby this 8 were not given, first of all, you should do in an exam, write it like this so that you understand it better. You'll find that between 16 and 4, which we are given, there is a in between. I can come up with the common ratio method to find what? To find the C there. Once you find the C, you can now substitute it in finding the common ratio, which was the half. So this is the half which we got. I said we have to look for the common ratio here. So our common ratio was 1 over 2. Now we are going opposite. We are going opposite. Instead of multiplying by half, I'll multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal of this number 1 over 2, it is 2 over 1. By any term for me to go back here. So this is what we have done for me to get this 64. That is one method we can do it on how to find the first term. Next, find the 10th term. The 10th term, you can agree with me that we are looking for the 10th term. Now you go to the formula, the basics. We say the 10th term, remember this is the GP, the nth term is equal to the first term, r to the power negative 1. Remember that this first term now is 64. And this is my r. What is my r? In this case, it is 1 over 2. What happens to this 1 over 2? We are told that it is since they are talking about the 10th term, so it will be 10 minus 1, which is the same as that 64, 1 over 2, and this will be 9. And then if you do the needful, it will be 64 multiplied by, mind you, this is the same as just 1 to the power 9, again 2 to the power 9. And then it will be like this, 64 on top, because this 1 to the power 9 is 1. 1 times 64 is 64. What is 2 to the power 9? So you are going to use it. Ladies and gentlemen, what is 2 to the power 9? We just have to use a calculator. 2 to the power 9. It is equal to 512. So 512 is the one which I should put here. 512 is the one I should put there. So I should do, meaning that this is the 10th what? 10th term. So please, that is how we go about it. How do we find the last question? Sum to infinite. Gentlemen, an emphasis, we are dealing with the number sequences, or should I say GP. So because of the sequences, we are following that sequence. We are not supposed to reduce. It means you can maintain it like this. There is no harm. You can leave it here. No need of you reducing it. Since we won't have even the time, why are you troubling yourself? Just leave it like that. It is fine. Thank you so much. Sum to infinity. How do we get sum to infinity? The sleeping 8. This is the sleeping 8. It is a over 1 minus r You agree with me that my R there is half. So now, what is the sum to infinity? You agree with me that this is the same as my first term is 64 over 1 minus, in short, 0.5, because half is the same as 0.5. You agree with me that if you do the needif, you agree with me that sum to infinity is the same as just saying 64 multiplied by 2, because this one goes up, becomes a 2, and you agree with me that it becomes 128. So this is 128. Please, it's very, very important for you to show this work, because you are going to gain, a mark. Even here, whatever you are doing, make sure that these steps are followed. Remember, here you can use this simple method, because what are they looking for? For you to get the first term, you can use this method. There is a method here. There is a method mark, and then for you to get A. So what am I saying that? I'm saying for us to get first term is this method mark which you have gotten, and you can gain something there. So it doesn't mean that no, you can lose marks because there is no method mark. No, the method mark is here. You are multiplying. You are multiplying. This is the method mark. You are multiplying the reciprocal of this one. This is the method mark, and then you can get a mark there. So 2 marks for you to get, that one. Actually, these are A marks. You just get exactly A1 and also common ratio A1 together, 2 marks. So where did you get the common ratio? This is where you did the division. Thank you so much. God bless you. I wanted us to share this knowledge. Thank you so much. Please be focused. Remember to subscribe. I love you. I know we'll do it. And I'm sure, I'm very positive that people, you are doing the correct thing. Please remain focused. And remember to share the link and subscribe. Please, God bless you. Stay blessed.